G'day guys and girls, Kieran French here, back with another live chats with friends. It is not a Friday, it's a Thursday, something a little bit different. Today I have another fellow four-wheel driver on, and we'll be talking all things mental health, what's been going on with him, how he got into his creative side of stuff, and all that fun things that we've been doing for the last nearly a year, I think it's been. Been doing these chats with friends. Had some pretty amazing people on all over Australia and actually all over the world. And today this one is actually someone that is close to home. He is ready and raring to jump on. What's happening? We'll get him straight into this one and we'll get straight into our live chat. He is. That's actually awesome. I'm really keen. So we'll get him on and you guys get to meet who I'm having a chat to today. Hey dude, how are ya?
What's going on, dude? That mustache is on fire, bro.
Thanks, man. Trying to grow the twirly boys.
Crazy. Sick, bro. You look like the bad guy from Sonic the Hedgehog. Love it.
I never thought of that, actually. That's a really good.
Sorry.
No, you're right. Do you want to get straight into this chat?
Dude, man, I'm keen as. This is awesome.
Yes, let's get straight into it. Do you want to say your name, your Instagram handle, and where you are currently from?
My name is Jay. My Instagram handle is FavouriteJ, and I'm from Melbourne, so I'm in the northern suburbs. And yeah, I built my 60 Series Land Cruiser on YouTube.
You have. I think that's how we sort of like crossed paths. It was something on TikTok. I saw you were doing something, and you cracked. I think it was like 1,000 or 2,000 followers at that time, and I was like, dude, this guy, he's actually really close to me. So it was just a random one, and then a friend actually he dropped the comment, was like, hey, do you follow this guy? And now here we are today having a good chat, and we're going to see how you've been.
I'm good, man. You know, let's do it.
Get yourself comfortable.
So,
here's the main. Ready? Are you ready for the main question? The main question is, how are you going, dude? What's been happening with you? And how's everything been going? Yeah, pretty much.
Man, I'm all right. It's been a wild year for me. I was quiet at the start of the year content creating. I got really sick, which is like a weird thing because I've never been real sick, but I got real sick this year and I was in and out of hospital for the first half of the year, which sucked. But, I'm better now and, things are good, life's life, man. Everything sucks at the moment. So just waiting 3 more weeks to Christmas. So
it's a hectic time this end of the year, isn't it?
Wild. It's absolutely wild. So
I think it'll be very interesting to see how we all go for the end of the end, what 2023 brings us, because I know there's a couple of little sneaky things you were telling me about the other night that you probably won't tell right now.
I won't say anything yet because it's like 90% confirmed. It's like, yeah. So we'll keep it through. Yeah, we'll keep it under wraps for now, and we'll see what happens.
Hell yeah! Here's a good one for you. What keeps you motivated? Is there someone that inspires you and drives you to do what you do today?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like my peers, guys like you and Tom and all the other creators that are sort of a similar size, grinding harder than me is like this never-ending voice in the back of my head that says you could be doing more. And so there's always a friendly push from the people around me, and that's great encouragement. The whole getting into YouTube thing didn't start with cars. It started with photography, I guess, but it was more following guys like Casey Neistat and the likes of Peter McKinnon and all those. And I got a camera, and then I wanted something to film, and I'd always loved cars, and I was and I had another car before this, and then I said, I really wanted to get away and do some camping and get away. So it was kind of I'll buy a 4-wheel drive because I have a work car, and then they kind of just meshed together. It was I could make videos about an old car, I'd have something to do on the weekends, it'd be a bit of fun, and it's just sort of worked out that way. But yeah, it came from other YouTubers that weren't car related. That was probably my biggest inspiration, guys like Casey Neistat.
Yeah, I think that I'm very similar to you, passion for photography and videography, and watching those guys, I guess, create content about what they do in their lives. It's definitely turned me to where I'm sort of going now. So I feel where you're coming from with that. Yeah. And you sort of did not. The next question was, what got you into creating content, and that you pretty much just said that those people, those like-minded people that you see online, you think I could probably do something very similar. Why not give it a shot? And now look where you are.
I've always been creative though. Like I've always played music, and like if I'm not being creative, it's like it's a pillar of my overall mental health. Is like,
yeah,
I need to be creative in one way,
Yeah.
So
I think those things right there is your mental health and trying to figure out something you like to enjoy doing is definitely a hard one for all of us. We're in that age group where we're not sure if we're in the right job. We're not sure if we should be moving out. We're in a very weird headspace. And I get that, having that little thing that keeps you, I guess, grounded every week that you come back to and enjoy is definitely something, if you have a passion like that, stick with
100%. 100%.
So I guess one of them is, why the 60? You did say you had another car before that, but do you want to sort of explain how you got to the 60 and where it all came from?
So I'll tell you, the car I had beforehand was a VH Commodore SL, just the 202 engine, the 6-cylinder.
Yeah.
And it was good. And then I was kind of like, well, I don't like, none of my other friends had old cars. So if I was like, you want to go for a cruise? It's like, they're in their work cars. Like, it's not the same. So I didn't have anyone to do it with. And I was like, I'll get a 4-wheel drive because I know a few people have 4-wheel drives. And I want something to, get me away from my house, my work, go away camping for the weekend. So there was all these pushes to do that. And then I was just on a budget, and it was I wanted either a 60 or an 80. I didn't mind. And then this thing came up, and I bought it for, it was just at the start of lockdown. I bought it for $3,800.
That's a steal.
Bargain. It was a bag of bones when I got it, though. It was pretty bad. And naturally I've done a lot to it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about it, is you have a vision and you can sort of see yourself creating something pretty cool with your unique spin on it. And you have done that.
Yeah.
So I think you've done a fantastic job with it so far, and what's soon to come.
So far, I got so many things in my head that I want to do, and I don't know. It might end up with another car. Maybe I do what I want to do to this one, and then I'll try another car again and do something different to that. I think I enjoy working on cars more than actually driving them at this point.
Yeah.
So.
With your YouTube channel, do you think it was always going to be going down that route of 4-wheel driving?
Yeah, I don't think it'll pivot at this point. I think one of the hardest parts I deal with in the YouTube space of like just being able to put out consistent content is that like it costs money to build cars, and it costs a lot of money to build cars. So I can't exactly go and spend money on car parts every week to build the car. So my brain goes, well, what could I do that doesn't cost money? So I thought other things, but it would always be in the either car and probably 4-wheel drive space. But might not always be about building cars. We'll see what happens.
I think that thing where you said the space about 4-wheel driving and trying to create content is definitely a hard one. And I definitely understand the money side of things. That's where I'm at the moment. I think my next couple of videos, or my next video, will be pretty much talking about how much this is going to cost me. And like I said to you, I'm not a very wealthy person. Everything I do is I try and save for, so that I can try and create something pretty cool and unique. And it is very, very difficult to, watch these guys that are currently doing it and see some pretty cool builds happening. And we're like, shit, I want to do that. But sometimes it's a bit of a reality check. And as long as you've got a car to try and get away.
Absolutely.
I think that's where it's sort of at.
Yeah, I think there's a big like misconception, or like there's a feeling that like maybe because you don't have enough money, and you see online people doing all these crazy lift kits and crazy additions and modifications to their cars that you might not have the right car. But I've gone away with people that have had $80,000 cars, and I think all up to get this thing roadworthy was under $12,000. And I did things that you wouldn't have needed to do. You probably could have gotten that even lower, but we did the exact same tracks. We both got to the end goal the exact same way. And I think that's a huge thing that maybe you don't realize watching constant big YouTube creators. So it's
Yeah, you're
nice
not wrong
to
there.
do it on nice to do it myself and be transparent about how much things cost and, you know, all that part.
Yeah, there's a comment just there. I think they're all broke as well. They probably
Yeah,
are.
probably. Yeah, definitely.
But I think being able to get away from our 9 to 5 jobs and just sort of, I don't know, take in the serenity around us and the scenery is definitely a really good thing to be able to do. And I don't know, de-stress and clutter from our daily life is where I have a passion for 4-wheel drives. And I don't know if that's the same with you, just being able to get away, turn the key off,
Yeah,
and sort of set a tent or a swag up and just sit there and just look at the stars at night and listen to everything
100%.
going on.
100%. It's just the ability to switch off, check out. I call it punching out, like a timestamp. You know,
Yeah.
I punch in when I'm at work and I punch out. I go out there. So it's
Yeah,
nice to do it.
I think for other people that are currently watching content online, we all have our differences. You don't have to be that four-wheel driver that does very hard, difficult tracks. You don't have to be that person that just does touring all the time. You don't have to be a person that even goes four-wheel driving. You just drive on the road every day and just like to see where it takes you.
Yeah.
I think that's the diverse when it comes to four-wheel driving. The name there is so you don't have to have a four-wheel drive as long as you're still able to go away and do some fun stuff with the friends and family, whoever it is.
Yeah, I mean, most of the driving I do is not forward driving in the car. I like to just get in it and, you know, my wife and I would just go out for a coffee or go out for lunch, or if it's a sunny day, just drive it around. Like there is something nice to just have something that's mine, that I built myself, that I'm in control. It's mine. It's mine. No one can take that from me. I don't owe money on it.
That's it.
It's not my works. It's mine. I like it. And that's
Definitely
enough
right.
of an escapism for me. That's good.
Well, yeah, that word there, escapism, and being able to clock out, is definitely something we all need every week to keep ourselves, not going insane, because I know I'm going insane in this car doing myself. So,
bro, you're doing so much cool stuff to that GQ. I am so keen to see it. It's gonna be awesome, man.
I really hope the end run, I look back and go, that was hectic, and I got through, and I'm actually able to finish it off, because I know as someone said, I may have bitten off way more than I can chew, but I'm going to chew pretty hard.
well, you know what, man? Like I had never worked on a car since I got this car. Like even the VH I had beforehand, the most I did to it was change headlights. And I have a whole side of my family that are like mechanics or mechanically minded, and my family and the people in my family that are close to me are not mechanically minded people. We've never owned project cars, and so getting into this and taking the plunge to getting a car, it was like, oh, have I bitten off more than I can chew? It's got a hole above the windscreen. I'm going to have to do panel beating. This thing needs to be mechanically done, this, that, and the other. I got to rebuild the brake system. And I did it. Like, it's not like, you know, you learn as you go. And it is one of the best things I've ever done. It's the coolest hobby I've ever had, definitely.
Yeah. It is a pretty cool hobby to have, I must say, because the way I sort of try and approach my content is exactly what you said to me, is I want to inspire others.
Yeah, that's it.
And
that's it, man.
The other day when we were having a chat, you sort of said to me you're inspired to do something and reach out and do something. And I was like, that's what I want to try and get across, to get people that you don't have to have everything going for you, just to give it a crack. And you are doing it already.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think everyone should, if you want to have an old car, like there's enough bags of junk out there, just go and get one and have a fun. Like just do it. Just do it. That's Nike. Just do it.
Definitely. Here's a good one for you.
Yeah.
What was your favorite adventure you've been on so far, and where's somewhere you really, really wanted to go?
So I'll start with where I really want to go. I really want to do Fraser. The setback is that the car's thirsty. But the coolest thing I did, I don't know, they've all got really good moments, but probably the first like real bit of four-wheel driving I did in the car, which was we went we just went away for a weekend. We did a 4-wheel drive track, and actually no, the best one I did. We did this track called Haunted Stream, and it was 54 river 54 river
Yes.
crossings, man. And so we pulled the car into my mum's garage, and I said we got to lift it, we got to get it waterproof, and we did all this stuff, and then the car just started going backwards. Like I put shackles in it, and it was all over the road. So I was like, damn, I have to put caster wedges in, and then the car wouldn't start because a thing on the carburetor broke, and it was just this absolute nightmare. And we got it there, and we got it, and it was lifted, and it was watertight, and it was all good. And we get to the first crossing, I go through, I come up, and then car starts dying on me, and I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, I'm driving it, but I put my foot down. It feels like it's... Anyway, we pull the bonnet up, and one of the boys starts revving the car with his foot on the brake, and the engine's like lifting out of the engine bay. One of the engine mounts has snapped, and I was like, it's all over. It's all over, and we ended up cable tying the crap out of the old engine mount, and mate, we did the next 50-something river crossings, no problem. The car just ran fine.
Yeah.
And it was just this whirlwind of owning an old car that just was never ending, and we were winching, and it was the time of my life, man. It was so cool. So yeah, Haunted Stream with David and Matrix and a bunch of other cool people. It was a great time.
I think that story there, you could probably sit there for ages and really, really dive into every little detail, but you've got something pretty passionate behind you that can continue on for a lifetime, because Haunted Stream is actually something I've always wanted to do, and you're a person that's done it, so you could probably advise me what to do, what not to do, and that's pretty cool to hear.
Well, praying's great. Praying does a lot. Crossing your fingers is another good one.
Yeah.
But man, it must do. It's awesome. We did it in like, I think June. Well,
okay.
Yeah, June. So it was wet.
Yeah.
But, I mean, some of the river crossings, it's like river crossing, you know, it ain't a river, you know, but it's a great track, man. If you do decide to do it next year, call me. I'll come with you.
Yes, it is. It is something that's been on my list of places in Victoria that I've really wanted to hit, and it's never really lined up for the group of friends that come away with me. We're always one person's off and the other person's not. So maybe it might be one of these things where me and you are doing it together and we are creating something pretty cool.
That's thought, man. I'm down.
Two old cars, seeing how far they can actually get.
God. Well, I know where I broke an engine mount and plenty of other stuff, so it's good. Yeah, it's a tough track, but it's good fun.
And the other one, why Fraser? Why Fraser Island? I know that's very hyped. Is that something you've always wanted to do?
Yeah, just it's like probably a landmark achievement for the car.
Yeah.
And it's just somewhere beautiful that I want to take my wife and go somewhere cool, you know. So it could have been Morton, it could have been anywhere. It's just Fraser's just a beautiful place. It's a lengthy enough place to challenge the car and challenge myself, and
Yeah, I definitely get you. Fraser is something, I think there's a lot of people, when you say four-wheel drivers, that's the first thing that comes out of their mouth. They want to go to either Fraser Island or Cape York or Morton.
That's it.
Those picturesque driving scenery, beach drives is definitely where it's at. Yeah, man. Go to the Cape. Something I think we've always wanted to do, but that thing you said before is very juicy, and I know exactly why. And it's four-wheel drive, and they're bloody expensive.
Yeah, man, it's wild. I put a lot of money into my engine, and I kind of wish I hadn't. I kind of wish I just done a swap, because it's still as thirsty as anything. But I think that's just part and parcel of owning a four-wheel drive, isn't it?
Well, that's it. Yeah, I definitely get you on that one. You either go down one or the other side. You either put a new motor in, and it's probably still going to be just as thirsty, or you stay into it, and it's still the same thing. But that's what you get for owning an older car. They are fun to work on, and also a pain in the ass when they break.
Yeah, that's it. If I wanted to save money, I never would have bought the thing to begin with. So it's all smiles per miles, I think they call it.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have anything sort of planned coming up in the next coming months or next year that you sort of really want to do?
No, not really. There's a lot I want to do to the car,
Yeah,
but it's all depending on money and how far we can take it.
yeah,
But I've got some cool plans for the car, and I can't wait because I just love taking on like a big project. I love the risk of taking the car off the road to do something
yeah,
and then coming out the other side. Like doing a project like, putting new tires on or I don't know, could be anything minor, as opposed to like when I pulled the windscreen out and did the rust repair and then the windscreen went back in and it fit. Like that's a task. Like putting the carburetor, the EFI system in my car, like I had to take
yeah,
the car off the road and it was a task and it was like if I get this wrong, it's over kind of thing. So that
yeah.
sort of fear and challenge I love. So I can't wait to I can't wait to do some stupid shit to the car, to be
Yeah,
honest.
that
It's
risk.
gonna be
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, that risk over reward. So yeah, I feel ya.
Yeah.
Coming into this build series, whatever you want to call it, a shed build series I'm currently doing. I'm super nervous about taking this car off the road. The car still runs currently, and I don't want to, but at the same time, it needs to be done, and it's
Part of the
scary.
fun, bro. It's part of the
Yeah,
fun.
and
That's
I
what
know
makes
I
it
can do it.
worthwhile. Because I
Yeah, it
know
will
that
be in the
like
long run.
that moment. I don't know what your plans are totally, but I know like when I put the carburetor on my car and the car was running fine when I did it, and then I did it. I started putting, I put everything on the new car, all the new parts on the car, and the car didn't run. And I was like, oh no. And there was like a week of struggle for me to try and get the car running again, diagnosing and
Yeah.
fault finding. That feeling when the car ran again,
Yes.
I can feel it in my bones. It's such a good feeling. And then like when I drive it and the car runs good, I'm like, that's me, mate. I'm the reason this car's running good, mate. Me.
Yeah, being able to do
It's
those cruising situations where it's just you and the
yeah.
car, and
Yep.
it's a good feeling.
Yep. That's it, mate. Absolutely. I love it.
Is there anything else you sort of do want to do to the car that if you did have the money, that might put you in a better position with, I guess, its function or the form of it?
I think if I had a lot of money, it would be coil swapped,
Mm-hmm.
as in like 80 series coil swapped with the McKinnon's Cruisers kit that he offers.
Yeah.
But look, ideally, I'm going to do probably one big push of a project next year, and then will move the car on and maybe try another thing on a new car. And ideally, I'd really like to stay in the 60, 40 and 60 series space,
Yeah.
and just keep chewing cars out, doing fun stuff to 'em, moving them on, keep going.
Yeah.
Because I think that's where I have more fun is in building cars than using them. And
Yeah.
if I had to allocate my energy and my YouTube channel and my content, it would be towards building cars rather than
Yeah.
using them.
I think we are very similar, and when it comes to stuff like that, building cars and being able to see an end product, and then
I played with Lego
doing
as a
that.
kid, mate.
Yeah,
All it
doing
is.
that reveal to everyone else, and then they're like, "Shit, that's awesome!" Gives me an idea of what I can do for, I don't know, their four-wheel drive or their car that could be sitting in the shed, it's been sitting there for a long time, and they've
That's
lost
it.
motivation because we all have those days, losing
Yep.
motivation, bloody building cars. But it's cool to see that you have a beautiful car behind you, and you've done it, put your hand and your time and effort all the way to it, and it's inspirational for others, I think.
Yeah, it's good fun, man. I've enjoyed every bit of it. Even if
Yeah.
I swear and carry on like a pork chop, I love every bit of it.
Oh, I know that feeling. I think if you scroll through the comments, there was someone there that said they really loved watching your YouTube videos because you just create fun content and it's real.
Yep. That's it, man. Just be myself.
Definitely. A good one for you. Do you have any hidden talents? And if so, what are they?
The only talent I probably do have that no one sees is I play guitar, and I've played guitar since I was 13.
Okay, so you definitely know how to play
And
guitar.
yeah, I know how to play guitar. And then yeah, that's probably, I wouldn't say it's a hidden talent. It's just not a publicized talent.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't really have any hidden talents. I platinumed Sekiro and Elden Ring on PlayStation. That's probably about my only other hidden talent. So
That's actually pretty good.
yeah. Yeah, I spent 3 weeks of my holidays 2 years ago platinuming Sekiro, and it was the best 3 weeks I ever invested. It was awesome. So if I'm not playing on cars, I'm probably playing PlayStation.
That's a good one. I can't say I play too much Xbox, but my good friends, they always whinge I don't go on. My thing right now is my partner hates it. Sitting in the shed doing something with that stupid bonnet. It's killing me. Yeah, that's me at the moment. I think I might try this one with you. This is a different question. If you were able to go somewhere, where would you rather go? Would it be on a beach, the bush, or what could be another one? Oh, outback. So 3 different styles of driving.
Ooh. Am I in the 60?
You
or
are
am I in
or
any
you can be
car I want?
any car. You could be in your new car that you've
Okay.
always dreamt of. It doesn't matter where.
Yeah,
What
if
it is.
I'm in a comfortable car, I'll go to the Outback. If I'm in the 60, I'll just go to the bush because it's local and the car's really uncomfortable to be in. So, and if I'm going to bounce around, I might as well do it on some tracks. So.
Yeah, fair call. That's definitely fair call. And was it? Did I see the dog floating behind you? Was that what's this?
Yeah, he's sunbaking at the moment, but yeah, he's been running around, barking and jumping around. So
Yeah,
he's good,
I'm
mate.
very surprised that my dog Spike hasn't tried to jump on me yet. So
I reckon they're very similar, mate. Boxers, mate. Oh, boxers.
non-stop energy.
They're grouse. Best dog ever.
I just want to say again, a big thank you for actually jumping on board with me today. I didn't think you'd actually be interested in doing a little chat with me, and you were super keen. And I can't believe, out of everyone I've had, you were the first person to quickly send a request. It was so fast.
I've been so ready. I've been so excited to do this, and I'm so glad that you invited me. I'm so honored that you thought of me, man. I really do appreciate this. This has been awesome.
No, it's good to check in with fellow content creators just like yourself. I know we all have different struggles here and there, and realistically, these chats were about talking to you, the person behind the camera that no one really actually has the chance to ask how you are.
No, it's awesome, man. You're a legend.
Hopefully, me and you get the chance in, I don't know, next coming months or next year, we get to catch up and we can do something fun together. A haunted stream.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll give you something funny about Haunted Stream.
Okay, yeah.
It was me and my brother-in-law went, and we had the car fully loaded.
Yeah.
And my car's thirsty. There and back, I spent $450 in fuel.
What? Oh.
Yeah, 26 liters per 100 Ks fully loaded.
Jeez.
And the insulting part is that because I had a gas tank in the car, like the previous owners did, it's only got a 40-liter tank in it. So, like, I'm refilling every, 150 kilometers. We just have to pull over and refill. Yeah, it was a struggle. It was a pain in the ass. But it was worth it. It was good fun.
There's a thing I always say to everyone when I meet them, I'm like, tell me a story. So I think when you and I catch up, you've got a very good story, and hopefully you bring that guitar with you. And you and I are around the fire having a chat, and you can tell me more about that, the broken engine mounts and more, because I'm keen to hear all about it. And I think there'll be a lot more people who may have missed out on what you've been doing since you started YouTube channel and creating some pretty cool, fun content. I think one of them right now is your TikTok series, trying to find the best forward drive. And I'm stoked that the GQs won, one of them.
Well, the 60 series is in today, so everyone can go over and vote for the 60 series because we're up against the 100 series and the 105. So I think we've got a bit of a battle on our hands.
Okay, so if anyone is currently watching, get over to Jay's TikTok. You can find. Is it in your Instagram bio?
No, just TikTok because you can only vote once. But yeah, I have a link tree to my TikTok.
Yeah, very good.
So you can go and see that.
To anyone that is currently watching as well, you can probably rewatch these. We'll be posting them to YouTube so you can listen to them audio. So you don't have to actually watch our faces and look at us.
That's a plus, especially for me.
Oh, don't get you. Come on, man. We got the beards going. What are you talking about? You got a beard. I got my stuff.
It's all good, mate.
Very good. Well, I'll leave you to it. I must say thank you once again for jumping on board today, dude. I really appreciate your time. That half an hour chat has gone super fast. Hopefully a lot more people get an insight to how you are.
Thank you, man. It's been a pleasure. I love your work.
You too, dude. Be safe and enjoy the rest of the week and the weekend.
Take it easy, man. Cheers. You too.